another recipe which we're doing for the Love Food Hate Waste is making this lovely Simnel cake. Okay, now this is great because it utilises up all these fruits which I've had left over from Christmas. Now don't tell me you haven't got no dried fruit in your cupboard, because I know that isn't true. Okay, and what I've done, as I say, I've just compiled all these ingredients together, and this is really, really good. I've got the brown sugar and I've got the butter, and what we're going to do is I'm going to start just breaking the butter up, okay, and then just popping it into the actual sugar itself. And then what we're going to do, we're just going to mix all these ingredients together. Okay, so now we're just creaming the fat with the sugar, okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm just reducing the speed down a little bit, and I'm just going to add in 1 of the 3 eggs, okay. I'm just going to pop that in there, and while I've done that, I'm actually just going to pop in a little bit of the flour as well. This helps bind the egg, and it just stops with the mixture from splitting. Just going to turn this on a low speed, okay, just mix that in, and then we're adding 1 egg at a time. Okay, so until all the mixture's mixed in. Just going to fold the rest of this flour in. Here we go. And this is a robust recipe, this as well, so it's foolproof. It actually can't go wrong. You know, you can be as heavy-handed as you wish. Okay, here we go. And then once you've got the flour mixed into it, you're basically adding all those ingredients. We're taking in the orange zest, and again the orange which we've got left over we're going to use into another recipe. We're taking the fabulous zest of the lemon. Again, we're not wasting any of that because we'll use that in another recipe. The cherries left over from Christmas, and this is literally everything going in. The dried fruit, and also these lovely spices, your mixed spice and your ginger. Okay, and then all we're going to do is just going to mix all this in together. Now we're going to pop the mixture into this, but before we do that, we need to bring in the marzipan. Right, it's going to cut it in half. One bit is going to be into the middle of the cake and under to the top, and the other is going to be used to make the little balls to go on the top of the Simnel cake. So I'm going to want 2 discs. So once I get to that side, I cut it in half again. Okay, so I'm going to want 1 for the top, and then this one here is going to go for the centre of the cake. What we're going to do is utilise this as a base, and I'm just going to score around here like that, take away any of the leftover marzipan. Okay, so I've got a little bit of a disc, and all I'm going to do is just pop some of the mixture, which is half of that, into the tin, spread that around, just okay, right across, and this is so moist, trust me, once you got this you're not going to look back. But the great thing about this is also in the recipe I do a chocolate version which you can check out online as well. Okay, then we're just going to layer the disc in there, and then we're just going to pop in the rest of the mixture on top. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this in the top of a preheated oven. You're probably looking at gas 1, which is 140 C, 275 Fahrenheit, for about an hour and a half. In the meantime, I want to just organise the topping of the cake. So the other piece of marzipan, I'm just going to bring together, and we're just going to, again, roll out. And this is just going to give us the disc to go on the top of the cake. Cut a ring around the actual cake tin again, and this will give us our topping, and the leftover scraggly bits, apart from eating, which are rather yummy, is these are what we're going to make the balls out of. Now the actual cake's been in for about an hour and a half. Okay, so we're just going to check that. Okay, yep, see how clear that's run? Okay, so the cake's done, so we're just going to remove this. Okay, so the cake's now come out of the oven, and what we've done is just removed the actual tin and just left it to one side to cool down. This is this lovely Simnel cake, okay? We've actually taken it out of the actual tin, and the base, where obviously we've had the greaseproof and the parchment on, I'm going to use that as my actual face of it, because that's what I want to do. It's nice and smooth, and that's what I want to cover. Taking some of the marmalade, okay, I'm just going to brush that over the top, and this will help with the sticking of the marzipan. Okay, just going to pop on the rolled piece of marzipan just onto the top of this. And the good thing about this is it doesn't have to be pretty. It's rustic, it's home cooking, and it's the main emphasis is you actually utilising what's left in your cupboard. Okay, so we've just smoothed that out, just got the marzipan on the top there, and then all we're going to do then is take a little bit of the jam again, one in the middle, and then I just work your way around. Okay, so I've actually taken the cake and I'm actually just glazing it, okay, just to go under a nice medium heat, just to go golden brown. Okay, and that's pretty much done. Here we go. I pop that on the baking tray, and here we go is the finished product of the Simnel cake. And just to finish that off, if you want to dust it with a nice little bit of ice and sugar, fantastic.